Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mods. So we have a special video today. This is actually brought to you by OutofDarts today. They actually reached out, Dr Flux from OutofDarts reached out to me on Halloween, and he said, hey, have you reviewed the tactical edition of the Unicorn? I said, no. He goes, would you like to? I said, sure. So he said, all right, we'll send you one over. So he went over and sent over this guy for review, as well as a box of heavy darts from Worker. So very excited to test and use these. So thank you again to Flux and OutofDarts for sending this over for review. Now, I did review the original Unicorn blaster from XYL. I think I bought it through, oh God, it's been over a year. I want to say I bought it from M416 maybe. And it was okay. For 150 FPS, if that was the range that, or 140 FPS, if that was the range that you were looking for, that blaster pretty much did the job. For me, I wanted a little bit more out of it, and there wasn't really an upgraded spring because the PT size was already maxed out basically. But the durability and the quality of the shell was spot on. It was very, very nice. And I think actually last year at Ragnarok Oktoberfest, a few people were using them for springers. So yeah, this one I read up on, and this one looks more promising for me because it hits a little bit harder, and it's less CQB style, more primary style, I believe. So yeah, I'm excited, and let's get into it. Now, first off, it says Unicorn Tactical Edition, XYL Toys, of course. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'll screw it up. EVA Scientific Model, Tactical Upgrade for 14 up, so you know it's more serious. Because this does shoot short darts, of course. And it's going to shoot at a higher velocity than 140 FPS. Now, the original Unicorn, like I said, it shot about 130 to 140 FPS. The spring in it was, I think, about a 1.6 by 135 spring, and the barrel was about 13 by 16 millimeter long. But this version has a lot of upgrades. Now, after the Unicorn came out, I think OutofDarts came out with a whole kit. If you did want to upgrade it to basically this edition, you know, with separate parts, elongated front end and whatever. But apparently if you bought all of that, it was a little bit more than actually getting this edition. So in a sense, you're better off getting this version because it's already done for you. So yeah, let's open the box here. There we go. So very nice. So of course you have your elongated front end there, your barrel, your stock, your lower receiver, your pump grip, your stock that goes into the handle where you can have an end strike attachment, your top rail, your railing if you want to use the top prime, magazine, some spare parts, your pins, some screws, and yeah, and then your spring in there. So let me get all this stuff out of the container here. We'll go through it. All right, now that everything's out of the box, it does come with the instructions, of course, all your gadgets and stuff to put together. I know it's underneath the one of these things. I forget which part, but it has the 2 bars for the stock, which is nice. So we will have to put that together. I believe it's just 4 screws in there. Yeah, you can see right there, it's just 4 screws that you put in, just like that. So that's good. Should be easy enough. Yeah. So, I believe it goes the same way together as the previous one. Actually, let me get our pins out. Now, there are a lot of spare O-rings, which is nice to have. This goes into this piece, I believe. Here's your top piece if you don't want to use the top slide. Now, originally, I believe in the original Unicorn, you actually got 2 of these. So this one comes with 1, so that's not too shabby. Looks like, yeah, O-rings and some iron sight insides. So yeah, interesting. All right. Let's see here. You do get a hex key in here to put it all together, which is always helpful. There we go. There's your 2 pins. So you got one long one, one short one, of course. Short one goes in the front, I'm guessing. Long one goes in the back. We'll put the spring in here like so. And the long boy. Ah. It goes through. Interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Actually, before you put the spring in, what you're going to want to do is take out this piece. This is your buttstock. Or your... So this is what the spring is going to rest in when it stops. So that just twists on, like so. Very nice. This is all metal, so it's very durable. There you go. You can hide a hex key in there, I believe, which is always nice. You can put your spring in there. There you go. Just rest in there. You can see the metal sear, metal release. And then you should be able to just put that together like so. There we go. Once it's together, you can put your pins in to hold it, of course. Now I will say the force of the spring, I can already feel it's going to be stronger because compared to the old one, yeah. There we go. Then you got your little one down here. And then you just push your other one in. Like so. So cool. That part's all together now. I noticed when I'm putting this together, there is this piece underneath. It's almost looks like the same kind. So that's interesting. But up top, that's where you can put in your either your top prime piece if you want to use that, or your flat piece if you'd rather just cover it. Me personally, I'm going to cover it because I will use this as a pump grip, not top prime. Yeah. See here real quick. Just want to see the orientation of this. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to put this in so it just clips in, which is very nice. Like so. I would say, if it were possible, include another one of these or have separate for sale for like, I don't know, $2 or something. I think people would buy them because the more that you take it off and put it on, take it off, put it on, you're going to wear out those tabs over time, you know, but regardless, it'll be fine. It's made out of very well made material. So yeah, this thing already feels solid as a rock. So if you want to use this piece, I don't usually use it, but you can put that in there. You put that piece in there to kind of lock it in. This is if you want to use a in-strike barrel, or if you want to put in a water bottle or a faux water barrel stock, and you don't want to use this. Actually, I think you do need to have this here just for the spring. So to me, I probably won't use this because I didn't really use it in the other one. But it's an option, you know. So I do like that it comes with options, you know, to use or not use is all up to the user preference. So I'm going to put that along with the top slide over here. Your top railing, you can put in on top there, just like that, with some screws that come with the blaster. And then your pump grip goes underneath. And actually, I think you actually have to use... You actually have to use this railing for your bottom prime, which, okay, I guess. But now you have the issue of not having railing up here. So I guess you do have to use this, which is kind of weird. You'd think it'd be stationary for one, not the other. Okay. They should have included two pieces like this. One for the bottom, and then one for up top. But yeah, it is what it is. So if that's the fact, which it is. Okay, so just looking at something, I looked at the instructions real quick to make sure of something, and I did notice there is something missing here. The little foregrip that goes on the front of the original Unicorn, that did not come with this. I think it's supposed to because it's here. I don't have it. I can't tell if the hardware is in here for it or not. Yeah, so that's an issue. So if I did want to use a top prime, this would go on top, and then I would have nothing on the bottom. But, you know, I have vertical foregrips and stuff from Worker, so I would just use those probably, or an angled one actually, which I may do. Nah, I'll use this. But yeah, might have to reach out to them to get me one of those. But it should come in the package. So yeah, that's a concern. So I'll tell them to look in their boxes first. But let's go ahead and put the rest together. Now, for purposes of using it as a pump grip, I'm going to put this on the bottom. I'm going to put this on the top just to have railing up there. So I'm actually going to pop this piece out. I actually need this little hex key should do it. Should, quotation marks, do it. There we go. Put that on there like that. And then we have to get into our hardware here. Put this up over to a set I'm not going to use, at least for now. There we go. Alright, so it looks like you have some nuts, a pulley. Okay. So it looks like the 3 longer screws go into the top here, question mark. No, oh, sorry, screws. My bad. Okay, so I'm gonna take these screws, these little ones, put it in there, put one on there, and then you're gonna tighten them up, of course, like so. And it should lock into the holes below, but if they're not going to, yeah, I need the longer ones. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, the longer one's going here. There we go. Now that'll work. All right, once you get those in, you're gonna take your pulley, which is this little guy, put that into there like so. You'll see a hole right there, and that's gonna go right onto there. Okay guys, so I went ahead and put the pulley in. Now, there's a slight QC issue that they're dealing with at the moment. When I first put this in, it wasn't going back all the way, right? It wasn't priming. So I was like, okay, what's the deal? So I took it apart, looking at it. There were actually two pieces. I already took them out, sadly, and tossed them. But they're like little teeth that come into the track here, and they're kind of going into each other. I just took a pair of snips and cut them off. It's like extra material, and it was preventing this from sliding back all the way. So actually preventing this whole thing from sliding back to prime it. Once you do that, you're good to go. The oars are going out now. Won't have that issue. They're checking all of them, snipping that stuff out. You'll be good to go. Once you do that, the screw port here, like the hole here, right here for the pulley, it was a little small for me. It probably won't be for you guys. They probably fixed it by now. But what I had to do is I basically had to take the smaller hex key and just bore it out a little bit. And then once I did that, I put the small screw in, put the pulley, put the pulley on, then put the small screw in, and tightened it, and it now functions like it should. So, good. Fix that. So now you do have railing up top, and then the long railing goes underneath. Now, what I was concerned about is that little foregrip that came with the original. This one does not come with that, even though it's on here for some reason, which I don't know why. But yeah, that does not come with this edition. So if you have the old one, you can use that on here, but it doesn't come with it. But let's put on the pump, and then we'll put on the stock, and we should be good to go. So yeah, let me see what screws this goes with. I'm gonna guess these two small ones. Like so. Flip this upside down here. There's that one. This one. Never tell where the holes are when you do this. Oh, the screw's not long enough. Yeah, that screw's too short. My bad. This long one. There we go. Tighten that up. There we go. That's on there. That's firm now. Not going nowhere. Now this guy, I'm gonna slide him on just like so. I'm gonna take your two bolts per se. Let's see which size it's going. Round part's gonna go on the round part. To the other side, and then you can put your nuts on the other side for the bolt and tighten that in, I believe, with the bigger hex key. All right. Now you have a pump grip. Oh yeah, that's a snappy trigger, man. All right, now into the final part, the stock, which is this piece and these pieces. Just got leftover screws, I'm gonna lose them all. So it looks like, let's see which way this goes. All right, so when you put these pieces together, you're gonna make sure that your, I guess, divots or stock points are facing inwards. So like so. There you go. And the other one faces again inside. Make sure you got the right end. Like so. So there you go. And then you're gonna take your screws and just screw that on in. Now, it looks like the one in the back is a little bit longer, so I'm going to use a little bit longer screw in the back of these, like so. And then you can use the more shallow screws in the front screw part there. There we go. Like so. More shallow one up there. And these should hold your bars in very well. Like so. They won't move. Oh, there we go. Bar wasn't all the way in. No. Fucking give me a piece of shit. There's the other side. Put that one in. And you put your last little shallow screw in. You should be good to go. Alright, and once you have that in, you can then line up with the holes here and just to like loosen it, to accept it, you push this button down like so, and you can have it at you know, different stock lengths as you will. So you have your shortest one there, then you got another one, and I think you even have another one. Yeah. So it's whatever your preference. I'm gonna keep it there, just, yeah, that feels good. Okay, so yeah, so there it is basically. I did have 2 screws left over and a bunch of O-rings, which are good to have, you know, leftover wise, because you never know if you need a new one later on. You know, if something blows out or whatever over time. Now the darts that comes with are the Unicorn darts, which are whatever. They're the polypropylene kind of ultra Nerf darts, just short with suction tips. We'll shoot them to see what they get. Because with the one Unicorn magazine, I do like these magazines. These are actually well built. We'll test the darts they came with. We'll test the heavy darts that they sent me. We'll test some 1 grams. We'll test some bamboos. And probably a couple others. Now, before we throw a sign on this and take it to the door, yeah, it comes with the 1 Unicorn mag. I want to make sure, test it with other mags just for verification. This is TAL compatible, so I'm just going to test a few here. I'm not going to test all the ones I usually do. I will test to see if it takes any dart zone. I doubt it does. This is from the Blink. Actually, it works very nice. There is a note on OutofDarts' site where if you want to use a Coda mag, you do have to mod the dart guide to make Codas work. So keep that in mind, because I will test it right now, and most likely, oh yeah, you can feel it. It's not, yeah, it's not going to work. So you do have to modify the dart guide in there for the Codas to work. So keep that in mind if you want to use Codas. But it looks like regular Talon, it's fine with. So that's good. Now, I didn't go over any specifications yet. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. So let's do a rundown real quick over what it says on the page. The upgrade barrel is 13 times 290 millimeters. So you can already tell it's a little bit longer. The spring in it, of course, is a little bit more powerful. It's a 1.7 by 270 millimeter, or what they're calling a 2 millimeter upgrade spring. Has a longer spring well as well as the upper receiver, which obviously you can tell. It does have slam fire just like the original. It does have top prime, bottom prime just like the original. So price-wise, new in box is $150 on their site. If you get a damaged box, it's $5 less at $145. And apparently they got some with a misprint of the Unicorn logo on them, and those go for $135. So depending on what you want to do there, you know, you can spend $135 or $150 depending on your preference. Now the thing that excited me about this is that the original one would shoot 130, 140 FPS. This one is claiming to shoot 225, 228 FPS, which is great for our games because I think we do about 220. Or if you go down south to Riverside, I think it's like 240. So this would be ideal. But yeah, other than that, let's throw a sight on this guy and load up some mags and see what it do. All right, guys. So here we are at the door with the Tactical Unicorn. I threw up a ridiculous sight on it because I'm not going to use it for that. But I went ahead and I loaded up an 18 round curved worker with 5 of the Unicorn darts that came with. 5 of the heavy darts that OutofDarts sent, and then 5 siren darts that come with the gnarl and the mauler. So let's see what these do first over the chronograph. And I do not have a scar on this at all. .237. 255, 215, 243, 231. So a little inconsistent, but those are the Unicorn darts, the polypropylene, you know, whatever. I don't expect anything out of those because they're kind of ish. So yeah. Now onto the heavy darts that OutofDarts sent. 202, 206, 207, 207 again, 207 again. So very consistent in those heavy darts. Of course, closer to 200 because they're heavy. Now for the siren darts. Again, polypropylene again. So we'll see. 261. 269, 265, last shot, 262. So yeah, but again, polypropylene, probably not accurate as all hell, but it is what it is. Let's load up the next mag. All right, so I went ahead and loaded up this next mag. This has 15 darts in it. The first 5 are 1 gram worker darts, which is what you should pretty much base a blaster on, 1 gram darts. And then we have some Adventure Force darts and then some Ruby darts from Target. So let's see what these guys do. 185, 176, 178, 167, 187. So a little bit less than 200, but yeah, it is what it is. Now for the Adventure Force darts. 195, 190, 125. That one kind of came out weird. 212, 210. So yeah, better. Now we're into the Ruby darts. 199, 202, 178, 203,
198. So yeah, and we're out. Let's load up the funnel mag. All right, so in this funnel mag, we do have some worker bamboos up top. Underneath that, we have the new Dart Zone Nitro bamboo darts. Underneath that, we have some Dragon darts. And then, of course, our favorite MK4 Solo Pro darts from Dart Zone. So let's see what these do. 180, 218, 182, 190, 195, 227. So yeah. So those were the bamboo workers. Now we're into the nitro darts. 244, 231, 234, 267, 260. Oh, sorry, some of those were dragon darts. We have 3 more dragon darts. 269, 270, 261. So yeah, dragon darts are hitting harder. Now for the final 5, the Dart Zone MK4 and Solo Pro darts. 207, 220, 235, 250, 262. So yeah, not bad at all. Depending on the dart, it all depends on what you're going to get in FPS. But other than that, it's a great blaster. I actually like this a lot better than the CQB style. The CQB was a little bit too small for me. I'm more of a primary guy, so I do like the length of this, the feel of it. It's a lot better. Yeah, I like it a lot. I will leave the link, of course, to OutofDarts to pick one up if you wish, which I encourage you to do so. I'll leave a link to the heavy darts as well that they sent me. But yeah, I like it a lot. Probably throw a Scar in there. I don't know what kind. Scar or B-Car. One of the two. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to pick one up. Let me know what you thought of the original versus this one. Yeah, other than that, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, share like you guys are always doing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.